Quickie tip of the day. Okay, got a Fender Telecaster going into the Yamaha THR on flat with 0 EQ. Bit of reverb there that shouldn't be. We can live with that. Okay, that's what your guitar sounds like plugged into a full range flat response combo or PA system. Now, bear with me. I'm going to create a patch in real time. Okay, well, we don't want that. The aim of this is to show you how to do some tone sculpting with the multi-algorithms. Now I'm just going to select a amp multi patch on this very dirty Magic Stomp. Just turn that down so we don't have to suffer. So I'm just going to go for a sort of classic Marshall type drive, I don't know, let's say drive 2. I'm not going to have too much gain on it. Okay. Going from memory here. So I'm just creating a very, very standard patch. Just use a Marshall 4x12, there we go. Let's turn it up, see what we got. A bit of noise coming through, so let's put this noise suppressor on. Noise gate, there we go, all gone. See, I'll turn it up a bit so you can hear it. He said. So we've got something that resembles a basic guitar sound. Just turn that lower mid down a bit. We've got a bit of thump there. Now, trick number 1. Take your compressor, take your attack right down so it's on a ratio of 1 to 1. So your ratio and your attack, so it's on 1 to 1 and 0. And put your knee right down to, there we go, so it should be on a hard knee. Now, no compressor. I've got the compressor set up so it doesn't compress, it's just a boost. Watch. Now when you do this, a lot of people ask me about the Pod Essential patch that I created ages ago, which is actually on this Magic Stomp that's broken. I can't get it out of there. Well, this is how I did it. I've got my compressor gain right up there, my volume's on full on my guitar. Now, if I turn my volume down on my guitar, that's what you get, you see? So volume control dynamics. That's how I created it. However, there's a little bit more to it. So we've now got this incredibly dynamic patch, which, no disrespect to Yamaha, but they could have thought of this earlier and included it, you know, in this Magic Stomp, and it maybe would have sold better. That's a high gain patch with my volume rolled down. Watch. No tricks involved. I'm not using active pickups or anything. Now, the next thing. Go to your delay section. Take everything down and turn your level up. Hang on, I haven't got my glasses. Okay, it's our delay time feedback. We're taking it right down. Everything is on 0. Alright? Now I'm going to go to my delay level. Watch this. Let's do it so you can hear it while I'm doing it. time. Got a slight volume boost there. What we're doing here is we're activating the delay, activating the delay with 0 delay time, and there's 0 latency on this, unlike many other multi-effects. What we've got here is delay high pass filter and delay low pass filter. Now many of you may have seen my THR videos where I managed to improve the basic sounds on the THR by using this filter trick. This applies to any piece of equipment that has a 0 latency delay or a delay with negligible latency on the lower delay times. Watch this. I can sculpt the sound using the high pass and low pass filters. That means emphasizing certain frequencies and cutting others. Now, to get a more varied tone, go to your delay feedback and turn it up. I wouldn't recommend using the negative values, it doesn't have much of an impact. Okay, I'll just take that off. Here's our Marshall-y sound. Turn the delay level up and I've got something a bit different. Get some really, really bottom heavy sounds from that. Like extremely bottom heavy. So be careful with these. Gives you the impression of having scooped mids when you haven't. So by playing around with these 3 knobs, how bass heavy that is now, unusable. We can create something like Vox AC30 type sounds. Too high gain, but remember, because we're using the little compressor trick, we just back off the volume and you know, got a nice voxy sound there. So, there's a little trick for you. So that's how you create a dynamic patch. Just forget the compressor as it is, use it as a boost. If I take that back down again, you'll see volume up on the guitar and gain up. It's like a pre-gain stage. I assume that the compressor comes before the emulated preamp stage with the Magic Stomp, and it certainly responds that way, the same way as analog effects would. Okay, once again. Volume down. And our filters. Of course, you're sacrificing the delay. You can't use it in the standard way, but I assume that most people, when they're trying to get these tones, will use this in collaboration with other effects pedals. So your reverb still works, doesn't affect that in any way whatsoever. So yeah, still that. Okay. You can also play around with your reverb to create this kind of fake delay, but I'll do another video on that a little bit later. You get this sort of halo analog reverb type sound with you know, just a hint of delay. in there. However, it's a little bit more complicated. There's a tiny hint of it there, as you can see. Let's turn our density right up. Take that level down. Diffusion 2. I don't know if you can hear that there, but there's a slight hint of a delay coming through, especially when you take the reverb high right up. I'll do a video later to show you how to get that delay effect out of the reverb, because I need to run it in stereo. Okay, so there you go. As I said, there's just the Magic Stomp here running into the THR, as you can see, on the flat channel. So I'll turn that reverb down. And one last thing, you may not know this, but the THR is essentially something like 2 halves of a Magic Stomp in a box. Basically, I can get identical sounds from the Magic Stomp to those that are in the THR, so I assume that there's some kind of, you know, repackaging there with the processes from the THR. I haven't opened this one up in detail yet to have a look to see. But the acoustic algo is more or less the same. Now here's this trick I mentioned before, where we've got an amp sound here, okay, and I'm going into flat. I'll just save this to make it easier. Flat input. This is the acoustic input. It's not an acoustic simulation. If we use the acoustic setting on this, which is the same as the acoustic Magic Stomp. Here's one I prepared earlier. Well, let's see. Here's flat. Watch my volume levels. If I put it onto acoustic, I get this kind of magnificent speaker and room simulation. Hear that there? Now with the THR, the gain knob in the acoustic mode serves as the blend function between the dry signal. Oh, sorry, I'm on flat. And the signal with the microphone emulation for acoustic guitars, which once you turn the bass down on it, is more or less the same as just about any kind of cabinet emulation that you get, be it software based or hardware based. Okay, a little bit of phasing going on there. So you can get a good, an even better mic'd up amp sound by using those. That wonderful THR reverb there, look. Quite a unique sound. It's sort of reminiscent of, you know, some of the phasing effects that Brian May uses on Queen records, where he's not actually using a phaser, he's just using microphone phasing. So, and because I'm still on the same patch that we just created together a few minutes ago, I can also use my volume roll off. bass cutting off there. But a bit bass heavy there, but you get the idea. So that is how I came up with that patch that everybody wants that I can't get out of that machine until I find a way of doing it. The CPU's gone on it. Okay, there you go. A bit longer than I intended, but I've got a coffee break. See you later.